I'm going to show you how to do some research and create an API citation. First of all, you should find Clever. That's going to be how you access Noodle Tools, which is how you keep up with your citations. It's easy to do. Just Google MNPS Clever. Once you've done that, you want to log in. It'll ask you to put in your MNPS credentials. At that point, you can go down, you scroll down to where it says Noodle Tools. The first time you click on it, it will ask you to give some information, such as the year you're graduating and the school you're at. Once you've done that, once you've logged in, it'll keep you signed in, which is really nice. Yours will likely be blank, but I have a lot of projects. Now, the purpose of Noodle Tools is it allows you to keep up with all your citations and also any notes that you take on a project. So it's a really, really helpful thing. So for this project, for biology, I'm going to click on the plus, and I'm going to call it something. So I might call it whatever the name of my disease is, or I might call it, use my initials and call it biology, however your teacher wants you to do it. Now, this is very important. You have your citation style. So in this case, it's going to be APA. And for citation level, I like to stick with junior, and then you hit submit. There's a lot of things a teacher can ask you to do in Noodle Tools, but right now we're focused on, once you've created the project, we're focused on your sources. Right now, I don't have any sources. Where can I find some high quality sources? So what you want to do is you actually want to Google HumeFog LibGuides. So you can see it pop up. It's one of the most popular hits once you start typing in HumeFog. Then it gives you the link, and then you scroll down to H. H is for honors, and you see here that we have a link for honors biology. Your teacher may have also put this link in Schoology. At this point, you are on a page, and these are all high-quality sources that give you the APA citation. So that is like a super bonus there, that you actually will be given the APA citation. So two of these I want to highlight, but all of these are good. And I just want to point out here that it says usernames and passwords available here. So if you want to get to Britannica and it doesn't open for you, all you have to do is click there, and you'll get a page, and it will tell you what the username and the password is. So that is a very helpful thing. So, but one of the ones I really recommend is Science in Context. And Science in Context, so it opened for me automatically because I'm at school. But if you're not at school, you want to go by the directions that are on here. So you'll need to put in your library card number and your PIN, just like you were logging into Limitless Libraries to order a book from the public library. But because I'm at school, it logs in automatically. At this point, I can search for my disease. So in this case, if I'm doing sickle cell anemia, and you'll notice here that it's going to divide up these articles in many different ways. I think it's a good idea to start with reference, because you're looking for like these overall articles that kind of tell you a lot of information about it. So this is a really good one to use. This is an overview article that is fairly recent. So, and I can see all the things it tells me, and I like the way it's divided. It's very helpful, diagnosis and treatment and stuff. And so I decide to use it. So I'm going to hit Cite. Now this is very, very cool, because for Science in Context, you can actually export it if you are signed into Noodle Tools. So I am signed into Noodle Tools up here, but I can export it to Noodle Tools. This is very cool. So I just click on that, and it says import, you are logged in, and I hit import references, and look at what happens. I go over to Noodle Tools, I refresh it, and this beautiful citation appeared. Now notice here on this is very important that I did have to change that to the APA citation, okay? So I, it does give you a different one. So you want to be, because I told APA, it did the right one, which is really helpful. But yes, it tells you the different types of citations there at the top. Another source I would recommend is Salem Press. On here, the password is Hume. And then you would want to do the same thing. And I can see here, I actually have a whole encyclopedia about genetics here. So I'm going to click on this. And once again, if I decide to use it, I really love Salem Press for this. I want to hit article citation. Now, unfortunately on this one, I cannot import it in, but I do want to click on this, and then I can grab the citation for it. And you can Control-C to copy it. Now, in this case, I couldn't import it in. That wasn't an option. So what do I need to do? So I'm going to hit a plus for a new source. And it was from a database. And it was from original content in. So if I'm given the citation, but I need to actually go and get it in Noodle Tools, then I want to copy and paste it. So I copied and pasted it there, and I hit save. And sure enough, now it is in there. Now, your third type of citation is, something you would find from Google. But here's the thing when you just Google, you have to make sure it's a high quality source. So for this, you would want an official organization that's associated with the source, or something that is produced by like a medical organization like the Mayo Clinic. You have to be really careful because, as you have probably heard with COVID, you'll have even doctors that are on differing aspects of a disease. And so you have to be really careful. I'm just going to be honest. There are some doctors out there that are quacks. So if I was Googling sickle cell anemia, it might be best to look for the official organization that is it. And so here's Mayo Clinic. That's really, really good. That would be a good one to use. And I'd probably start there, kind of like Medline Plus is good. If it's a .gov, it's pretty good. So cdc.gov, I can see there. When I get into things like medicinenet.com, that would probably not be as good. But let's say I'm going to, do this one that is from the National Institute of Health. And if I was going to do this one, unfortunately, you have to create the citation for this, okay? So how do we do this? So back to Noodle Tools, I'm going to hit a plus before new source. And in this case, I'm on a website. If you find it on the web, it's a website, and we just do it as a basic web page. So the first thing we want to do is we want to grab the URL, and we put that in right there. The next thing we do is we see if we can find a date of publication. A lot of times on government ones, there is not going to be an actual date. And sure enough, there's actually not a date here, and that's okay. There is a day that you actually got on. So the next thing is a contributor. And so it asks me, do I know the author of this website? So this is a place a lot of kids do struggle with here. My rule is that if you don't have the name of a person on here, don't put it in. Just don't put it in, and you save yourself a lot of trouble. So in this case, I will not have anything here. That will be blank. You definitely will see the star here. You definitely will have something here. That is the title of the web page. A lot of people also struggle with this one. But it will have, any web page will have a title. And it's going to tell you, as you're doing it, it will tell you if you do something wrong. So something about APA is that the title of pages only has the first word capitalized. It seems really weird, but that's the kind of truth of that. Okay, next thing is the website. What is the website from this? So I can figure out the website. It's usually at the top here. And a lot of times it's the part of the actual URL. So this is the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. So I kind of spelled it out for you there. That is the actual website. I probably wouldn't have counted off if you put in National Institute of Health. A lot of times if it's not at the top, it'll be at the bottom. So I can see here that it kind of comes from that. And then I have put in everything and I hit save. And then it creates that citation. So that is it. That's how you do it. And if you have any questions, join my office hours from 9 to 10. I'll send that out. And of course, you can always Schoology message me, or you can send me an email, and I'm happy to help with that. Now, at this point, what do you do with these? So I have my citations, and all I have to do is do export to Word Online. It's going to sign me in if I've done that through Clever. So don't copy it. And then this is like literally it just does everything for you. It just formats it. It's like it's a thing of beauty. So, all right. So that is it. And then everything's perfect. You've done it perfectly and everything's well set. All right. Have any questions? Talk to Miss Smithfield.